Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories. So let's hit that subscribe button before we get into today's video and turn on post notification bell so we can keep this channel growing and have some more great content throughout this season. WSL has been back this weekend and it has been great. We've had games all over the last 3 days as we have started the new deal on Sky Sports and the BBC. So Friday night it got kicked off up in Manchester as Manchester United played Reading. Mark Skinner's first game, and he got the 3 points that was needed, with goals from Kirsty Hansen and Anna Badie as United beat Reading 2-0, though Reading will feel a little aggrieved. A goal that maybe should have been given, but due to the lack of VAR and goal line technology in the women's game, it wasn't given, so it stayed 2-0 to Manchester United. Then on Saturday, I went out to the Bescot Stadium and saw Aston Villa play Reading, and wow, what a game that was. I mean, it was just great. First game of the new season, fans back in the stadium. Oh, it was just absolutely brilliant to be there, and it was a really good game throughout the whole 90 minutes. Villa winning 2-1 after being 1-0 down. Yeah, absolutely beautiful game to watch, and let's see how many more games this season I can get to. I'm going to try and make it to at least one home game of every team this season. So make sure you've hit that subscribe button to make sure you can see me going through up to every game, and follow me on Instagram as well at Women's Football Talk so you can see all the stories from me at these games. Then we had Manchester City thumping Everton 4-0. We've probably the biggest shock of this weekend, as Everton had spent the cash this summer and Man City were missing a few key players through injury, and they still managed to get the result and turn up for the book. So credit to Gareth Taylor's side to get off to the perfect start to the season. Tottenham in the late game on Saturday beat Birmingham City 1-0. Kit Graham with the only goal of the game. Hey, one goal is better than no goals, and 3 points are better than no. So you can't complain from a Tottenham Hotspur point of view. And then on Sunday, Red versus Blue, North London versus Central London, Arsenal, Chelsea. In what was Emma Hayes' 250th game in charge of Chelsea and Jonas Eidevall's first official WSL game in charge of Arsenal. And it was Arsenal that won 3-2 thanks to a Beth Mead brace and Viviana Miedema doing what she does best, and that is scoring the opener. Though there was obviously questions over Beth Mead's second goal, whether that should have been given because it looked like she was a yard offside, but again, no VAR, so it's unlucky for Chelsea. Though they did put up a good fight in the second half, and yeah, definitely grew more into the game. Erin Cuthbert scored and Pernilla Harder for Emma Hayes' side, but it wasn't to be, as Arsenal would hold on to win 3-2. And the final game in the WSL this weekend saw Brighton take on West Ham, and it was quite quiet for the first 20 minutes or so, quite back and forth. But then, just after the half-hour mark, it all imploded. Howard Sissoko gives away a penalty, showing a straight red card. Anessa Cargman continuing on where she finished last season with a beautiful goal, and Brighton were 1-0 up. And then just a couple minutes later, Lee Gwyn Min doubled Brighton's lead, and they held on throughout the whole second half to win 2-0. And yeah, absolutely great to have football back this weekend. All across the weekend, it was great to see. We had some great punditry on Sky, the BBC as well did alright, and long may it continue this season, because I am looking forward to it, and I think we're going to have a proper title race on our hands between Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal and Manchester United, and even Everton. I might even include them in a 5-way battle for the title and definitely Europe. So that's all we've got time for today. Make sure, like we said, you hit that subscribe button, you turn on post notifications, you're following us on Twitter at WF Talk 2020, you're following us on Instagram, Women's Football Talk, for all the latest news and stories around the women's game. And until later on this week, when we'll look ahead to the big games and We'll even have Sarina Wiegman's first ever England squad announcement as well, as we've got the internationals coming up in 2 weeks' time. So until then, we'll see you soon.